8 months ago, I left Brazil for a study abroad program in the United States. I found myself in a group of young students from many different countries. Listening to their stories opened my mind to the world around me. At the same time, I felt closer to my own home. Here are some of these stories.
Do I have to say hello?
Oh, has it started yet? No.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, my name is Shubhendra Agrawal. I'm from India. Spending time with your parents and your siblings is definitely something that you would miss. A lot of things have happened that I have not had the opportunity to share my time with them, be it in times of difficult periods or be it in times of happiness in that sense. Festivals is another thing that I miss. The festivals in India are pretty colorful, a lot of vibrance, a lot of life, a lot of noise, a lot of talking, chattering, meeting your family, relatives. The festival that is coming soon is this festival called Diwali. It's called the Festival of Lights in a sense. So what happens is that in every household we light earthen lamps throughout our homes to illuminate it from darkness. And my fondest memories of these times are at the festivals, because that's when everyone is at home and you get to talk to everyone, you get to play games and do your notorious mischiefs, whatever you want to do in that sense. So that's the best time of the year.
My name's Rosa, and I come from Hong Kong. If you ask me what it's like to grow up in Hong Kong, I would say is I have the chance to see the world, because under the education in Hong Kong, we're not just restricted in learning Chinese history, Chinese cultures, but we're exposed to different cultures, through meeting different people, through studying different stories. So I'd say I feel fortunate to be born in Hong Kong, and I'm still so grateful for that. Favorite things in Hong Kong? Well, definitely it's going to yum cha. I don't know how to say it in English, but it's having dim sum with my family. It's something we do regularly every week. Because a lot of people thought that, it is kind of traditional old Chinese stuff. But I would say it's not. It's still something that we share until now, and we really enjoy doing that. Because and when you have dim sum in a restaurant, when you have tea, dim sum and stuff, it's actually a very good time for you to talk to your parents. And sometimes we also invite our relatives to join. So it's kind of mini gathering. We do it in a very Chinese way.
My name is Jian Lee, but you can call me Leah as you call me. I'm from Korea.
What are the things that you feel that you miss most from Korea?
Food. Here is I have it's hard to get kimchi all everywhere because it stinks, and I can eat other foods food cart. They sell some Korean food, but it's still different,
Yeah, from home.
Yeah, from home food. So, and sometimes you need somebody to like share, like, oh, I know that, like that, right? Yeah. But it's alright. And I have some other friends who are doing exchange student here from Korea, and I actually realized that when I met them, because I was eating this little sausage, and it's really popular in Korea, and it's junk food, but it's really popular. And my friends were like, oh, I know this, oh my god, where'd you get this? And I was like so happy. Yeah. So in terms of that, yeah, I sometimes miss Korean people, and sometimes just like talk in your mother tongue. Yeah. That sometimes really helps to release your stress, I guess.
All right. Make sure.
My name is Montserrat Legorreta, but everyone calls me Montse. I'm from Mexico City, and I am majoring in international relations. I was born and raised in Mexico City, so I've lived there my whole life. So there's something very special about how everyone's just nice to you, and about the city being so crowded and finding a sense of home in all of the people, and the people rushing and running and going, and even finding some comfort in the smell of pollution, which is very strange. I didn't notice how much that reminded me of Mexico City until I lived here in New Haven, which is clean air compared to the air in Mexico City. And then when we went to New York last week, and you know, the smell of cars and the city and just people moving reminded me a lot about my home and the cultural traditions, the colors.
I think we're very talkative. Like, we sit in a cafe and talk for like 5 or 6 hours. Well, I think that's a clear evidence. Yeah.
It's just not normal for us to like talk to people every day, every time. Like I feel that it's kind of like American culture. Like people are just being friendly, so they talk to each other a lot, and they invite you to their parties. Like they just invite you to everything.
You know how they say hello, how are you, and like, oh, I'm good, or sometimes, oh, I have this exam tomorrow. So I think that's very open, like sharing what's going on with you, but at the same time they don't ever go in depth, I guess.
Of course, I'm still gonna have little things where I feel kind of awkward or rude with not saying hello to people with a kiss, because here in the States, or just not saying goodbye to every single person in the room or every single person at the table when you eat down, like that to me like still kind of feels rude, and then it just leaves you in a limbo where you don't know what to do.
It seems like a country where people are very individualistic, are very proactive in what they are doing, especially here at Yale. People tend to be very vocal and proactive about what they want to achieve in their lives and what they want to do.
1, 2, 3, go! Mordida! Mordida! Mordida!
I'm very amazed at the way like the whole society and the economy functions here, like in the sense that the way consumerism is promoted, like what you hear about in your books and novels and news, you actually get to see it here. So that's very cool in that sense, to see how the whole economy functions and how the culture of consumerism and the American dream is being cultured in a certain sense.
Even if I'm in the States right now, I've still been like reading news about Hong Kong every day, and like there's just a lot of stuff going on that people aren't satisfied about, but we actually in our hearts and like through our actions we demonstrate like how we value the city, how we want the city to become better and better, how we want to protect the core values of our city, like the freedom of speech, democracy.
I do have Mexico in my heart a lot, because I think that we're talking about geographical boundaries. Even though those are kind of like falling apart, I still was in that environment for a long time, and that's like the part of the world that I really became attached to, and that I know there are a lot of problems that need to be solved, and I would like to be one of the people that helps solve those problems.
At the end of the day, you would not remember how much money you earned or what trophies you won, but it's going to be these relationships that help you or carve you the way you are in a certain sense, and in times of needs, in times of happiness, they are the ones that you would want to be with, not anyone else for that matter.
It's interesting that you love your country more if you live abroad. I lived like 21 years, and I've already lived in like 4 different countries. So I don't know, I think I want to like settle down in one place. It's like if you go abroad for the first time, then everything's so new and everything makes you excited. But I don't know, that's maybe why I'm so how to say, I'm so not getting excited. I don't know. It's just like another place I'm living that's not home. It's fun, like living in different places. Yeah.
So to me, like, I put this big flag up because to me it's really special. Last year at the Olympics, Mexico won the soccer Olympics, and that was a huge deal. And always when there's soccer games or celebrations or protests, people go to the Angel of Independence, which is a really big monument, and it's on the major street that connects kind of like the city. And I bought the biggest flag I could find and actually had a stick on it, on this part of it. And then we were running around, like a lot of people just wearing the soccer jerseys. And we were running around this like the Angel of Independence, because I'd always wanted to go. So like I finally went, and we were like all like Mexico, Mexico, and we were like all just screaming. And I almost fell down, and some person grabbed my shirt and kept going, like, and I kept going with that huge flag and just like carried it around. So like putting it up here was really cool, because like it takes up a lot of like the thing, but it reminds me of home. It reminds me of, you know, what I want to do. And I'm also like really, really proud of this heritage. See, I like my flag because to me it's a symbol of what I know, but I'd never really appreciated, you know, how beautiful it is.
I'd say like Hong Kong people are like more subtle. Like we all love Hong Kong. Like we love this place. We love living there, but we just don't say it. Like you seldom see like Hong Kong people like, you know, hanging up Hong Kong flags in our room or like saying it that we love Hong Kong, we like Hong Kong. We don't do that. Like cuz we feel like it's like, oh, it's so lame, like, you know, like no offense, but we just feel that, oh, I just don't want to do that. Like it's so explicit. Like we don't do that. But in our hearts, we really love Hong Kong.
What did I bring from my home? Food, definitely. Because I like Indian food and it's very difficult for like every week, like after having the dining hall food for 1 week, I want to have an Indian meal. It's like I crave for one in that sense. So yeah, that's why I brought some food so that I don't miss it. A lot of snacks actually, not really like proper main course meal. A lot of snacks, a few sweets as well. This is basically a pickle made up of mango and chili and lemon and stuff. It's homemade, so my mom made it before I came. This is pretty special as well. Then there is this. These are candies, but these are made up of like this citrus fruit called amla. I don't really know its English name, so you can try it out as well. It's quite nice and it's very healthy because it's full of vitamin C. So especially at night when you feel like you're doing work and you want to chew something, you can chew these in that sense. So that's quite good.
Okay, so this is actually one of the very famous drinks in Hong Kong. It's called Vita Soy, and it's actually a soy milk, but it's a very special kind of soy milk. I can't tell you like what it's made of that makes it so special, but I like it so much. Like I have to drink it whenever I'm stressed out, or like whenever I have to skip breakfast. It's kind of like part of my life because I drink it every day when I'm in Hong Kong.
Ah, this is Korean food. This one is also very yummy. Seaweed. It's like salted seaweed, salted dried seaweed, and this rice. Like some of the cans, and this is gochujang. I don't know how to explain this, but it's a pepper. It's a kind of sauce, yeah. This is the dried beef, and it's really nice. I should give you some. Do you want to try some? How do you like it? It's a bit spicy. Yeah.
With the documentary that you're doing, it's about nostalgia, and it's famous that there's a Portuguese word for nostalgia that's untranslatable. Can you talk about it a little bit?
Yeah. The word is saudade. It only exists in Portuguese. And
Was this consciously on your mind when you were thinking about what kind of project
no.
to do? No?
No.
Because it seems like it would be a great metaphor for what you're doing, that the Brazilian student is doing a documentary about the untranslatable concept.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, and I think it's kind of an untranslatable feeling. I don't know, maybe it's just something that when you go abroad, that you realize like how much you love those things, those little things that you have in your country, and you never realize that.